So Amber Heard and Johnny Depp started dating early 2012. And in February 2013, the two got married. The two got a divorce, or Amber filed for a divorce, May 2016. I'm going to ask you guys to pay attention to the dates, early 2012 to May 2016. So on May 4th, 2022, Amber Heard took the stand to give her version of events of what happened during her marriage to megastar Johnny Depp. Now, while on the stand, this is what Amber Heard had to say.
And I'd say something and he'd accuse me of saying something else or saying it in a different way, or he would, it was mostly my clothing at the time.
Okay, you guys, so let's take a look at the clothing that Amber Heard wore while she was with Johnny Depp. Here she is at a Guess campaign, 2012. As you can tell, not much clothing. Here she is, a backless dress, 2012. Again, another semi-backless dress, Vanity Fair Oscar Party, 2013. Here she is, a very low-cut dress, 2014. In 2015, she wore a bathing suit on a magazine cover.
Working, that was the main thing. Like, I found myself trying to not talk about auditions because it would change the mood so dramatically.
So Amber Heard didn't want to talk about auditions. However, she was in at least 10 films from 2012 to 2016.
I tried to, he would make these comments about, whoring myself out, but do so in the context of me acting, and he would talk about other actresses who do my role in this way where they were worthless whores, that they were, fame hungry, expletive, just this, the point is it felt really dirty. To be an actor. Never mind that he was one.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
It was dirty that I wanted to do this job that I wanted to do, and I was doing the job of an actress. It was every time I was walking out of the house, he would ask me, "That's really what you're wearing, kid?" "Oh, I see." I wore a dress to an event once, and I felt beautiful in it. Like, stupid as that sounds, I felt pretty in this dress I picked out, and I showed it him. I said, did you see that thing? And he said, yeah, I think the whole world saw that, kid. That's how they'll remember you. That's how the world will remember you. And I was like, oh, come on. I mean, it's like, but I felt good in it. I felt good. And he said, yeah, kid, that's what you're putting out there in the world. No one will ever forget that, and that's all they'll see you as. That's what you wanted. That's what you were going for. My dress was low cut. I get it. It's low cut. But I felt, I felt really embarrassed and horrible that I wore that. I felt like, how could I have made that choice? Of course, he's right. You start to believe it. I started to believe that made a lot of sense, of course.
So according to her, she started to believe she shouldn't wear a low cut, but as you guys can see, 2013, 2014, 2015, she continues to wear very revealing dresses and outfits.
But it didn't stop with that. It was clothing in general. And when I walked out of the house, it wasn't just like, hey, you're not allowed to wear that. It was like, oh, really? That's what you're wearing. No wonder you get cast in those roles. No wonder you that's what you are. That's what you're making.
Not that I actually believe Johnny Depp said that, but let's take a look at the roles that she took while with JD.
I'm a slut.
You can do this.
Okay, so from the beginning of 2012, she did several movies where she had a love interest, where she dressed very provocatively, sex scenes, not necessarily nude scenes, but definitely where she was wearing very revealing clothes. In the London Fields, which was 2013, the year that she actually married Johnny Depp. In this film, she had several scenes where she was naked. She was in a bathtub at times. She also had a love interest in this film. There was a scene where she obviously kissed this guy. She also had sex scenes with other males where she was dressed in, just a bikini top and underwear. Now, all the while, she claims that Johnny Depp is so jealous that she can't wear a low-cut top out of the house and that he's constantly accusing her of cheating. But she's able to make films where she's literally wearing nothing but a shirt, where she can have full-on nude scenes only covered up by a blanket, or where she's in just her underwear.
And me working, that was the main thing. Like, I found myself trying to not talk about auditions because it would change the mood so dramatically. It was mostly my clothing at the time.
Here she is in 2014 opposite James Franco in The Adderall Diaries. Sex scene, nude scene, kissing James Franco. Very sexualized film. But according to her, Johnny Depp does not like for her to dress with a low-cut top. This is really just my honest opinion. Since hearing Amber Heard on the stand claim that Johnny Depp was super jealous, that he would accuse her of cheating, that he didn't like for her to be an actress, and that he didn't like for her to wear low-cut tops, since hearing all that and doing my research to figure out these films that she's been in and really, researching these films to figure out her character, watch the films, at least bits and pieces of the films, I've realized that she's literally been in over 10 films while with Johnny Depp. The majority of the characters are very sexualized. They have a love interest. She has sex scenes with these guys. She's had nudity in some of these films. So obviously it doesn't make sense that Johnny Depp was super jealous, because literally 90% of the films that she had done while with him, there were sex scenes, or they were films, like this, that included, it was sexualized films where there was sex involved or nudity involved. So I'm not buying it, you guys. Her sitting up there on the stand saying, he was jealous, I couldn't talk about my auditions, and he didn't like for me to do certain films. All the while, in 2015, she literally was in Magic Mike. All the while, in 2014, she was in a film where she was full-blown naked. It just doesn't make sense to me, you guys, and I'm not believing it. However, I do wonder if maybe Johnny Depp mentioned to her, like, hey, kid, now that you're my wife, maybe you should try to get roles where you're not having so many sex scenes, where you're not naked. How about you try to get roles a little bit more sophisticated, now that you're my wife? Something, outside of the realm of constantly showing your body off. How about that? I'm wondering if maybe he mentioned that, and she is twisting it to say that he was jealous and that he didn't like for her to be a part of these films, that he had a problem with it. I'm really wondering if he just gave her solid advice to get away from those types of films. What do you guys think?
That's how they'll remember you. That's how the world will remember you. That's what you're putting out there in the world. No one will ever forget that, and that's all they'll see you as. That's what you wanted. That's what you were going for. The point is, it felt really dirty to be an actor. The point is, it felt really dirty to be an actor. The point is, it felt really dirty to be an actor.